Welcome to another Handyman Leatherman video. We are tearing apart a shed. Why? Because we got this shed for free. It's a $3,000 shed that the customer does not want anymore because it's behind a metal fence. Well, they don't want it anymore, and the problem is, you see this beautiful metal fence behind me, you cannot pull the fence out to pull it out. So we are going to tear this thing apart. Me and Mr. Ed are getting started today. We'll come back later on with the trailer to do more. So this is a way to show you how you yourself could find yourself a building. I've seen them before on Facebook for several $100s, but you have to tear them apart. Here's something you could possibly do, because most of these are not built in place. They're usually pre-built, so they're easier to pull apart. So let's get to it. To make this project lighter, we removed all the shingles first and hauled them to the landfill. We have a bunch of shingles that are mixed colors that a friend gave us, so we'll just re-shingle this later. Look at that, we got a skylight now. We're going to pull off all the plywood and then pull the rafters out. There we go. Hot dog. Now we'll get the Sawzall, cut the bottoms of these rafters off and haul all them out. Then it's the two ends. What if we should have numbered these? Look at that. Man, I wish I wouldn't have cut down the middle of those other ones, but Mr. Ed had a better idea. It's so fast to pull the plywood off. Why would we want to hoist that heavy stuff over our heads? This would be easy to put together and then throw the plywood back on it, and we got tons of shingles. Let's get the rest of these off. We can figure out the end pieces. Alright, that wasn't too hard. I ran a Sawzall underneath the wall, ran it down both sides, and this whole thing came off one piece. Now Mr. Ed's going to pull the window out, and then there's the siding there's a seam right there in the middle, so we're going to saws out there. It'd be two pieces, and all we have to do is put a new window seal and a new top plate in and put the window back in when we're putting it together. So that's going to be really easy. These are amazing blades. 9-inch carbide teeth, nail embedded Diablo. This thing is awesome. This is the second one I've got on today. So, change of plans. Some joker put the window on and the siding over it, which I got called out on that on my storage building. So we're going to cut this window out, then cut the wall in half, and we can put the window back in and scab it back in. This wall came down pretty easy. We tilted it forward, cut the nails, and pulled it toward us and laid it on the floor. We're going to do the same thing with this one, and then the whole building is in pieces. So when we come back with the trailer, we'll load them and work on this base, and then we'll have this put it all back together like a jigsaw puzzle. Alright, it's 2 days later. We're back, 6 o'clock in the morning, and well, I'll take that back. We left at 6. It's 7. Here's the shed all in pieces. It's hot outside, but right here on this river, it sure makes it cool. You can just feel the breeze coming off the river. Beautiful morning. It's a nice spot. It's in the shade on the side of the house, and we got a breeze. So we got my nephews with us today. We're gonna load up the truck. You ready, Mr. Ed?
Almost.
This is gonna be nice, huh?
Yeah, it looks small now.
It looks a lot smaller. Smile. All right, we have all the walls, all the decking, and all the rafters. Everything we did the other day. Now we're gonna go pull up the decking, the whole deck, in the ramp, throw it in there, and strap everything down. It's only been about 30 minutes. We're making good time. These boys are good help. How's it going, Mr. Ed?
Good.
You getting it up?
Yeah.
Well, you're making good time. Huh, 80-year-old man showing us all up right now.
You guys are standing around.
Standing around like a bunch of punk kids. Let you do all the work. Oh, look at that. Floor joists look good. I'm gonna grab this end here.
And I'll go down. Oh, it's loose. Well, I got this metal.
All right, what do we have here?
Rat's nest.
That's how you do it, huh? Mr. Ed's showing us how to do it.
Pick it up.
Did you have your Wheaties today?
Hey, granola.
Granola. There we go. Oh man, this thing is coming apart. We'll be out of here in 30 minutes. There we go. All loaded up. Customer gave us a cabinet too, base cabinet. We got it strapped in there. Everything is loaded up. It is 8:30. We've been here an hour and a half. So I figured we could do it in 2 hours or less. We did it. Now let's go get some cool off and haul this home. Hey, Mr. Ed, what you doing?
Putting the rafters back together. We shouldn't have cut.
Well, what are you building?
Our trusses. Putting
Well,
a 6-inch screw in the peak. Hold them together.
what do they go to?
On top of my playhouse.
Your Mr. Ed's playhouse?
Yeah.
Oh man, how big's your playhouse?
8 by 16.
8 by 16. He's already started laying out the footings. As soon as it cools down a little bit, he'll get back on this. So we started cutting the rafters and then realized we didn't need to do that, and we quit and just pulled the whole roof off. It was so much easier after we ripped the shingles off. So he's screwing them back together with some 6-inch screws. Be just fine. These gamble roofs, they hold each other together with weight. So that's our project. I don't know who lost the directions to this erector set. We're still, we'll figure out how to put it back together. It's you can kind of see where I cut it with the Sawzall, and it fits together certain ways, and you can see the red marks from that Diablo blade. So you kind of see where it was cut. So it's coming together. This is a good first day. Who's the fastest? That's a big hammer you got there. What? All right, here's all of our nail beaters. Say hello, nail beaters. Got 2 more panels left to do and the roof will be complete. The sides are all in. Then we'll just put the window in and the doors. Looking good. All we need to do left to do is clean up the tar paper, re-tar paper it, and it'll be shingle time. Hey, Mr. Ed.
Hey.
And Papa's Playhouse, PPH, excuse me, will be complete. It's looking good. Did you reach up that high? My butt. What's all this racket out here? Where's your roofing gun?
Right there.
Look at that.
Single shot, no power. No
Oh my goodness. You're almost done at this side too.
yeah, I'm gonna quit after I get this.
Papa already did the other side. Now he's doing this side. Boy, looking good. And there it is, all put together. Mr. Ed got all the shingles on. This is some shingles that a friend gave us. And he ran a piece of trim on the bottom because it was a little bit deteriorated from the moisture. I think the water splashing up on it was rotting out the bottom, so we covered that up. And we got the ladder hung up out of the way. Let me show you the back. You see here, Mr. Ed trimmed out the window because what I did is I cut all the way around it. So we just slid the window back in and screwed it in and covered it up with trim. We got one more piece of trim to run down this right here, and then we're gonna paint this thing. So I'll show you guys another video later on. So let me show you the inside. All right, Mr. Ed's been busy. There you go. Look at it. He's done a lot of work in here. Got table saws in here. All these cabinets were given to us by the same people that gave us this building. We've got those screwed up there. There's a fan in the window over there. So we're just going to insulate it, run electrical, and get this thing wired in and string out lights. It's gonna be a really nice workshop. The right side is going to have benches that go down and turn across there. This whole left side later on is going to be all shelves for organizing tools. So this is going to be handy. We could pull the table saw out and plug it in, and we could cut stuff out here, or we could always hook up a vacuum system and cut it in here. So it's really handy. You see how close we are to the other shed? We're going to eventually run a little awning over the top of this. We got another workbench right here. So this is going to be a nice little handy corner here. Well, that's it. So you can see how easy it really is. So get in your local classifieds, get on Facebook. You'd be surprised. If you look, you could usually find them. They usually, every once in a while I see them for free, but sometimes people want, you know, $300 to $500. But it didn't take us very long, in a matter of 2 hours one day and an hour and a half the second day to get it loaded. And we had it almost put together the same day we loaded it up. The second day we had it pretty much all put in, and the weather got hot and Mr. Ed got overheated a couple times. It took his time getting the shingles up, but it's all dried in now. Now we're going to slowly work on it. So thanks for following us on this project. It's exciting and fun, and you too could probably do this yourself. It's not extremely that hard. But thanks you guys for watching, and until we see you guys again, make sure you stay out of trouble. I know it's hard, but we'll talk to you guys later.